Okay, now we're going to create some brushes. You can create a brush pretty much out of any selection as long as it's smaller than 2500 by 2500 pixels. So I'll create a canvas here that's 2500 by 2500 pixels. There's my canvas. And a good example of what's useful with a brush is if maybe you create like a signature or something that you use on your prints. So what I'll do is just make my signature here. Let's see, just like a JT type thing. And then what I can do is select that because I made it on its own layer by holding down Command or Control and hitting the layer, and you'll see that it gives me the marching ants around the signature. And basically, whatever's on that layer is now selected. So because it's selected, I can create a brush with it. I can go to Edit and Define Brush Preset, and you can see there it is. It's 1840 pixels big, and it's just called Sample Brush 4, but I can call it Sig or Signature or whatever I want. And then when I hit OK, there's my brush. You can see that it's created, and it automatically puts it at the bottom of whatever brushes that I have open. So there it is. At this point, if I want to save that, I can go and save my brushes by just going to Save Brushes, and then I can save that set with whatever brushes I create in it. But the point is, I can now basically open up any image that I want to. Let's just take this one for example, and then use this brush. The image is much smaller, so I'll make my brush smaller just by tapping the bracket keys. But I can use this brush and then basically sign the bottom of that image if I want to. If it's Vicky would use her V, or maybe somebody else would just use their signature. But the point is, I have a brush now that I can do whatever I want with, and that's how you select them and create them real easily. Another way to get some really cool brushes are by using like wallpaper or fabrics or stuff like that. We have, like, this is some, I think this was some fabric on a pillow or something, and we took a picture of it. And what you can do is just go in and select it, but make sure it's on its own layer. Actually, you don't even have to do that when you're selecting from this, but let's use the magic wand tool, and I can go in and select all the blue from this flower. And if I tap it once, it's just going to select that one section. But if I hold down the shift key, you'll notice that, I don't know how well you can see it, but you can see that there's the plus symbol, means that I'm adding to that selection whenever I hold down the shift key. The alt or option key takes away, it's subtractive, but the shift key is additive. So anytime I hold down that shift key, I'm adding to that selection. So there's that pedal, there's that pedal, and there's that pedal. Now once I have that selection, again, I can go up to Edit and Define Brush Preset, and notice I now have that little flower as a brush, so I can call it flower, and then hit OK. And it gets saved in my brushes. So if I go to my brushes now, you can see there it is. So now I can go to any image. I don't know this, I don't really have an example set up here, but again, I'll just maybe open this one. And you can see there's my flower that I can then add wherever I want to. That's just a way, for design elements and different things that you can extract brushes or extract elements and then create brushes out of them. Basically, anything that you have a selection of, you can go up to Edit and Define Brush Preset as long as it's smaller than 2500 by 2500 pixels.